Hi, it's Karen here. Welcome to the next in my series of Stampin' Up! Basics videos. Today I'm going to show you a technique called masking, which is a fantastic and easy way, once you know how, to make one image look like it's standing or coming out from behind another one. Right, the stamp set I'm going to use today is called Petal Pizzazz, and flowers, putting leaves behind flowers is something that masking is often used for. So taking the big flower and a piece of Whisper White cardstock, which is cardstock designed to take ink really well by Stampin' Up. And I'm going to take my rose red ink pad and heavily ink the stamp. As it's a solid one, you want to have it really very well inked. Lining it up and stamping it onto the cardstock and putting that away to one side. Now, taking the leaf stamp from the Petal Pizzazz stamp set, we're going to use that to stamp the leaves behind the flower. Now if you just stamped it like that, part of that leaf would be sitting on top of the flower, and that's not what we want. So we're going to grab a post-it note. Any paper will do, but post-it notes work beautifully because of the adhesive on the back. We're going to re-ink up our flower. Stamp it on our post-it note, making sure that at least part of it is over the adhesive strip. There we go. A perfect image is not needed because you're going to throw this away at the end or save it for another day. Take a pair of lovely sharp scissors, and when you cut around your stamped image for masking, you cut just inside the edge of the image. So just, you can see, just trimming around it, cutting just inside the edge. Now I'm not going to cut around my whole image, as we only need to cut around the piece where we're actually going to put our leaves. Now we're just going to move this around the flower and line it up over the position that you're doing. What you can see once it's lined up is there is a little bit of the image showing it through the outside. So we're going to ink up our garden green ink pad, or open it, ink up our leaves I should say, and stamp our leaves. 1, and 2 over where we've put our mask. When we peel the mask off, trying not to rip it in the process, you can see that the leaves look as though they're sticking out behind the edge of the flower. Now, to put this card together and give it a little bit more pop, I have a small piece of brilliant blue cardstock here, and just popping over here to get my 1-inch circle punch, which I should have had out already. Turning my punch over, blue circle for the centre of our flower, snail adhesive, very quick, placing that in the centre of the flower. Now if, like me, you haven't managed to get your image quite in the centre of your cardstock, you can use your trimmer, placing the edge of your image on the inside of the blue bar and just run it round, doing the same on the 3 sides. Obviously we're not wanting to chop off our leaves. Then I'm going to give this a mat. So I'm going to use a snail on the back of the white card. Place that on top of the brilliant blue card again. And use the trimmer in the same way to create an even mat right round the sides of the image. So spinning, putting it onto the edge to get a lovely 90-degree angle, and to make sure that everything is square. Oops, it's starting to rain. I hope you can still hear me. I am going to have to start to yell. Right, now we are going to place adhesive on the back of this onto my pre-scored garden green card base, taking the For You image from the Vintage Labels Celebration stamp set and picking up our rose red ink pad again, stamping the For You on a scrap of Whisper White cardstock. And it doesn't matter how it stamps, because we're going to take our word window punch, moving that around with your finger to actually get it into the centre, and flicking that up from the bottom. And snail again, and sticking that as your greeting, closing the ink pad before I put my hand in it, to the bottom of the card. And there's your card, and it looks like your leaves are sitting behind your flower. If you have any questions, please contact me. Thank you for watching.